Waxing moon blazes silver light through falling snowflakes. The night is windless, so quiet one may hear the ice shards tinkle against the gravestones. Statues of angels look down upon the resting dead in peaceful benediction. Their wings cast long shadows over glittering snow. Only one living stands among the dead, a rugged man shrouded in a brown duster. Snow powders his shoulders and a wide-brimmed hat. His steely eyes rest on 4 names chiseled in a gravestone: Varin Gardener, Archinaud Gjertsen, Brina Hawk, and Tobin Hawk. They all died on the same day. He pulls a flask from his pocket, uncorks it, and pours out a few drops onto the snow. Then he takes a deep swig. The plum spirit burns his throat and stomach, but he continues to drink, gulp after gulp, until the burning becomes unbearable. The flask is empty now, and alcohol buzzes in his head. But the sorrow remains, and so he flings the empty flask against the gravestone. "Fucking werewolves! I'll kill them all!" His broken cry pierces the night, and he turns towards one of the statues in drunken sway and jabs his finger at it. "I prayed every day, going to the temple, reciting litanies, asking for absolution, all for nothing. Where were you when they tore them to bits?" The angel keeps silent, her empty eyes serene. "Yeah, thought so. Listen, when I die, if I go to hell, I'll go up there and smack that stupid mug of yours. But before I go, I'ma burn every single one of them hairy sons of bitches, bloody mutts, them mangy wolf sons of horse, kill their asses, send them straight to hell, on the names of all the devils, that I swear." And to that the angel replies with indifferent silence. But suddenly, a change in the air, a hard-to-pin-down dread. The man is familiar with that feeling. The knotted gut, the bristling scalp. "Came to finish the job, have you?" he mutters. His right hand wanders under the duster and towards the hip, where the fingers close around a gun. His muscles tighten. He prepares to spring and turn around and blast the thing creeping behind him. But then a white raven lands on the snow-powdered angel. It looks at him with its crimson eyes and caws. He sighs, and his muscles loosen. "It's just you." The fingers let go of the grip, and he turns around. A plague doctor stands nearby in the shadow of a weeping willow. He is leaning on a cane. His gloved hands rest upon a metal bird skull handle, and his red eye lenses glow in the gloom. He hefts the cane in one hand and floats closer, gliding soundlessly over gravestones, not as much as a footprint left behind. The snow does not crunch nor creak, only his robes swish over the glittering ground. He stops a few paces away, leans on the cane again, and speaks. "Be careful what you wish for, Cedric. Devanura's angels may be impartial, but they are not death, and the devils likewise." Conrad the Crow finally crawls out of his hole. "Where were you all this time?" "I was busy." "With what?" "Patience, politics, matters of arcane nature, all that takes a while. And the remaining free time I have left is spent on dealing with magical creatures and the havoc they cause." "Oh, I might have an idea why that's so." Cedric scratches his unshaven chin. "It might be, by a chance, 'cause the Vigilants are all fucking dead." "Not all of them." "Right. So it's my fault." "Their deaths? No. Spending the night in the embrace of liquor, on the other hand." "Is that why you pop up now, all of a sudden, to prod? Man up, boy, the king and country needs you, boy. Heed the call of duty. Yes, sir, right away, sir. Sod off." "Drunk, stink," the white raven says. A hand with shotgun whips from under the Cedric's duster. Its hammer clicks, and the raven explodes into red mist. Only 2 smoldering bird legs are left behind on the statue's head. But before the booming echo dissipates, the tissues start to rearrange. Gobs of meat worm over the angel's head and form back into an avian shape. Soon the raven is whole again. "Fucking fuck you!" he announces his displeasure. "Shut up, bird, or I'll blast you again." "Leave the bag alone," Conrad says. "He can be blunt and rude, but he's right." Cedric lets out a contemptuous grunt and lets the shotgun dangle lazily along his thigh. "Listen, Conrad, if you came here to recruit me again, then forget it. I'm out." Of course. Cedric's lips form into a twisted grin. "If I knew it would be that easy, I would have asked much sooner. Shame I didn't have any coins saved up to enjoy my retirement. Didn't think I'd live long enough to see it." Conrad nods slowly, carefully. "Your services to Aldern and her people shall be recompensed with a monthly pension." "Well, fuck me, ain't that bloody nice?" Cedric turns to the grave. "Worry, Archie, Bryn, Top, do you hear that? I'm a rich man now. I'll be getting your money because you're fucked up and died. Thanks." "There is a condition." "Damn, and here I thought I was getting lucky. Well then, why don't you take your money?" Conrad reaches into his sleeve. "Stuff them where the sun don't shine." A pommel, a handle, and a crossguard appear. "And suck my fat—" Cedric's voice dies down. His mouth gapes wide open, and his gaze falls upon an antique longsword, its sheathed in a scabbard engraved with gold and purple flower motifs. "I want you to have this." "Where did you get that?" Conrad holds the sword out. "I have a habit of hanging onto ancient relics. You never know when they might come in handy. It's yours. Take it." Cedric takes the sword. He weighs it in his hand. Then his eyes snap back to Conrad. "Why?" "So you don't die." "Where's the catch? You ain't the sentimental type." "You think me heartless?" "Yeah, figured age blunts one's feelings somewhat. And you are older than dirt. So I'ma ask you again." Cedric jabs the shotgun into Conrad's ribs. "Why? Jab. Do ya? Jab. Care." The plague doctor takes it with seeming indifference. "You didn't care when Strigoi ate Raf's heart. You didn't care when Shakrak turned Bethany into his new shirt. You didn't care when Draugr chopped Armin to bits. Hell, when a rogue werewolf pack tore my apprentices to pieces, you didn't even show up to their funeral. They died for nothing. Where were you and your goddamn relics then?" Cedric takes a step back and aims the double barrel under his own chin. His thumb cocks the hammer. "Tell me why I shouldn't do the world a favor and end it right here." Cedric, "Don't." "Well," Cedric licks his lips. The finger twitches at the trigger. "Now you care?" Conrad inclines his head. "I think this is enough." Cedric wants to say something, a rebuke before he squeezes the trigger and sends himself into blissful oblivion. He wants to say that it's all Conrad's fault, but then he wants to apologize. Above all, he wants to make the pain stop. He is about to say, "You know, I never hated you. It's all my fault." But the words get stuck in his throat. He tries to move. His muscles strain to the point of breaking, but nothing gives. He is firmly held in place, squeezed by an invisible fist, unable to talk or move even an inch. He can only breathe and roll his eyes. He tries to scream in protest, but only a subdued wheeze comes out. "I am sorry for this humiliation, my friend." The plague doctor decocks the shotgun with the tip of the broad skull cane. "But it is time to sober up." He taps Cedric on the shoulder. Cold spreads from the spot, through his veins into muscles, guts, kidneys, and brains, and it makes his heart beat at first, then hammer, and then pound. The onset of nausea is fast and merciless. Head hurts and the world spins. Conrad motions with his hand and beckons the poison out. The skin itches and burns as pores widen and push the liquor out. Cedric is soon drenched, and the freezing cold makes itself known. It stabs at the limbs, and the sobering mind registers it with agonizing clarity. With the last drop extracted, the invisible force lets go, and Cedric faceplants into the freezing snow. He lies there for a few seconds, weak, shivering. Eventually, he puts one hand down and lifts himself up, slowly. Everything aches, but it is nothing compared to the growing shame taking root in his clearing mind. The past day, it feels like it's shrouded in a blurry haze. Did he wear pants this afternoon? To think it started with a sip. He finally stands up, looks at Conrad and Mamos. Thanks. He is grateful that the good doctor chose the gentler way of curing his drunk stupor, and not the usual treatment he prescribes to drunks who think annoying him is a good idea. He could have ended up with far worse than sweat-soaked clothes and a deathly shiver. He examines the large stains under his armpits and around his collar. Better not to think about how it looks in the back. I was that soaked, huh? He sighs and sits down on a headstone, face buried in palms. Mother of God, what has become of me? A man grieving for his lost family, Conrad offers, handing over the sword and the sawn-off shotgun that Cedric dropped. You still want me to help after what I did to Zebak? The white raven caws at the mention of his name. I do, because you are one of the few allies that I have left, even though you may not think it's true. I still count you among my friends. What about the sword? Is that a retirement gift? Could be, but no. I have an inkling you might need it. And why is that? Because you are a hothead. Because sooner or later your thoughts will turn from grieving to revenge, and because you don't care about your own safety. Having this at your side will improve your chances. My soul is indeed shriveled, old. Eyes under this mask have seen death and suffering uncounted. Every time my heart beats, a generation passes away. But I see everything. I remember everything. Everyone. People care about you, though you might not know it. How many lives have you saved, both mortal and immortal? And furthermore, who will train your replacement if you die? People of Aldern need the vigilance, now more than ever. I see, Cedric says quietly. I have one more thing for you. Conrad produces a leather case from his pocket and hands it over to Cedric. He opens it to gaze upon two vials, sheathed in a red lining. One is filled with black blood, and the other one shines with liquid gold. Only if the greatest need arises, Conrad says. Cedric's eyes widen. Is that what I think it is? Yes. The blood comes from the first generation? No, straight from the wellspring. No way. Now you are just pulling my leg. Not at all. It's from a time when I still had blood to speak of. God have mercy. It's purified so the corruption shouldn't take root, but consuming it is still dangerous. Life-lasting consequences are highly probable, death certain, if you don't administer the cure from the other vial within 5 minutes. 5 minutes of godhood for the meager price of mind, body and soul, eh? Cedric chuckles. Are you sure about this? I can't stand in your way if you wish to rage against the dying of the light on your own terms, even if it means your death, but I can at least give you options. That is my gift, a choice. Desperate times, Cedric grins bitterly. Always have been, Conrad sighs. But then he gives Cedric a pat on the shoulder and says, Come, let's get you a cup of tea.